Oh, welcome back. RealCopStoriesVideos.com, 380 stories. Please look them up. Things happening, exploding bodies, naked people, guys chasing women on a horse trail. All he's wearing is tennis shoes and women's panties over his head. Please look that one. That's hilarious. Okay. So anyway, look them up. They're my babies. Okay. In addition to that, over 200 question and answers. And this is one of them. So if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com and I'll answer your questions and I'll answer you directly and we'll put them on video like we're doing now. People are asking me about the rank structure, how you make rank. I'm using me as an example, obviously, but here we are now. I'm working a gang unit. It may take a while here because there's a lot of complicated things going on here. And every 2 years they give a detective exam. I think I'm not sure. Boy, it's 40 years later. I don't remember if it was every 2 years, every 3. I want to say every 2 years. Anyway, so you have to take a written exam. And then once you pass an exam, then you get a chance to take an oral board. Okay, so we had I'm working nights with other gang officers. I think there's probably about 10 of us. I think 5 2-person teams working nights, and so we had some really progressive supervisors, and they would tell us, look, an hour before you go into shift, before your shift ends, we work till midnight. Come in about 11 and sit down and just study. Because they wanted us, as long as we're not goofing off for the rest of the 7 hours, which none of us did. We're all alphas. We're out there resting bodies, so they knew we're earning our keep. But they wanted us to promote. Because all the people in there were ready to promote. We all had, at that time I had 13 years on, other guys had 10, 9, and we're all ready to promote now. And so he knew that. A couple of really good sergeants, and the lieutenant too. So he says, look, so every day we go in and we sit around, 6 of us or 8 of us, and just 10 of us. We'd sit around and we'd study. And we'd throw questions back at each other. And we had study cards and we had the manual. A lot of stuff going on here to get ready for the exam that's coming up. Okay. And so I had an hour's drive, almost an hour drive there, an hour drive home. So what I did was I recorded all the questions and answers to these exams that we've taken in the past. You get old exams, and some questions will be from that, some won't. But just to get your mind going. And I made a cassette tape. So on the way to work, I throw the tape in. I'm listening to myself answer questions, talk about law and all that stuff, and then at night coming home, talk about boring. Listen to myself talk. I'm tired of myself now. But anyway, so we did that. Okay. So now we're trying to make detective. Now, the reason why I want to make detective was several reasons. One, I had a guy that's working narcotics call me. His name is T. And he says, there's a spot for you. Remember, once you're eligible to make detective, there has to be a spot somewhere for you. Okay, someone had to leave, someone had to promote. So he says, there's a spot in here for you. So if you make detective, come on up and go to that spot. And once you're in that spot, then I'll bring you to where I work, because all the spots are running around. And he's a good guy, and I wanted to work with him. And I was supposed to work with him earlier, like 5 years earlier, and it fell through. But anyway, so that was my motivation. And then my old partners had already made detective, both of them, the guys I worked Vice with. And they said, make detective, and you can work this assignment. Another one said, make detective, you can work. They want me to work with them. We want to work with them. They're both working separate assignments, and they have openings there. And so they want me to go work for them. And I thought, wow, not really for them, with them, because they're the same rank. So that's my motivation. And I already have 13 years as a policeman. Probably should have promoted sooner, but I was having so much fun. I mean, oh my gosh, you'll see if you look at my videos, I'm having a blast. Okay, why leave a comfortable place to go in the unknown? Well, you're ready. You need to go. You need to move on. And detective is the first level supervisor, so you're getting ready to build for the future. Okay, fine. So I took the exam, and again, like I said earlier, on the other ones, they took over high schools. It filled 20 classrooms with guys taking an exam for detective. Once you take the exam, they basically just grade the exam, and the top 250 guys, they are eligible for an oral board. Okay, so then you go take an oral, and it's in front of captains, and tell them how great you are. They ask you some technical questions, and they grade your oral. And then after you're done with the orals, they get the oral score and the written score, and they combine them and give you the actual score, and that goes on the list. So the guy who scores high, obviously going to make rank first, and the guys all the way down the list. The list was like 222 guys or something. And depending on the budget, some months will make 3, some months will make 20. So you can kind of, if you're on the list, I think I was 24, I can't remember what number I was. I might have said the wrong number earlier, but I think it was in the early 20s on the list. Okay, so you're looking at the rumors as to how many detectives are going to make. And some years they didn't make any, because again, if the academy stops producing recruits, everything stops. And now that 2-year list that you're on, between 2 years, that meter's running. So if that freeze stays for 2 years, everybody, 220 guys on that list is over. You got to do it all over again. That kind of sucks. Okay. So anyway, so you're hoping the city doesn't have a freeze. You're hoping that they're bringing recruits to the academy, all this stuff, because everybody moves up. As the recruits come out, people can move up. Okay. So I took the exam and I went to the oral, and I won't get all that stuff. Anyway, so I come out about 20, I think it was 24, 25. And now I'm getting excited because I hear rumors. Okay. So then the first list comes out, they're making like 5. And I'm going, okay, 5 a month. I'm 24. Let's do the math. Okay, in 5 months I might make it. Okay, fine. I'm doing good. 5 months. Okay, fine. So now I start calling people. One spot closed. I'm looking again. One of my partners says, "God, that thing got filled." Well, yeah, because it's other guys want to work places too. I'm not the only one. So I'm waiting. Okay, next list comes out. They're making 8. Oh, we're now 13. This is pretty good. I'm getting closer. So then, okay, fine. So then rumors came out about a month before my list. They're going to make 20. Okay, well that means I'm in there big time. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, so I don't know where I want to go now. Okay, so one guy says, come over with me. Okay, fine. So I talk to his supervisor. He says, I'm going to put your name in. Okay, fine. So he puts my name in on downtown at the administrative office, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Okay, then T calls me. Okay, I saw you because they're tracking me too. It's all on the list. They know everybody. It's all public record. They know where I'm at. He goes, you ready to come over? I said, oh my gosh, I just put my name in for the other assignment, one of my old partners. He goes, do you want to work for me or not? Oh, no, I want to work with you. Oh my God, now I want to do, oh my gosh, So, okay, so they put my name in to go work narcotics. Okay, so I didn't know what to do because I've never done this before. So I had a name in for one job and a name in for narcotics. Okay, well, week before, the list comes out on Sunday, the new list to promote. So the Thursday, not the Thursday before, but the week before, that's Sunday, they have to get everybody in place so that then it takes like a week for everything to process, and then boom, you make detectives. So it's about a week. So that week before, a week and a half before that Sunday, I'm in bed, 7 in the morning, I worked all night, I'm dead dog tired, phone rings. Well, it's personnel, a sergeant from personnel division. He's the one that's assigning people to their assignments. Ask my name, yes, well, give me your show number, okay, fine, it's you, make sure it's me. Well, he said, I got 2 cards in here. And oh my gosh, I just realized it, One's for this one assignment, and the other one's for narcotics. Where do you want to go? He was kind of gruffy. I guess he was doing this all morning. Well, excuse me, sir. I don't want to say this, but isn't this your job to do this? But that's okay. So I go, he goes, I got to know in 30 seconds. I can't wait around. I can't mess around with this. You got to let me know now. So I flipped an imaginary coin to work narcotics with T. Because the other guy was my partner, but I looked like it was better going this one way. He goes, okay, you're on it. Okay, fine. That was that simple. It wasn't like a big ceremony or celebration. You're on it. Click. Hung up. Oh, am I? Sure enough, within the next week the list came out. A couple days the list came out, and boom, I'm on it. And T calls me. You got to go over here, and I go meet my new supervisor. And it wasn't T's supervisor because he was another assignment. But you can see I'm going into a position that was open for detective, and nobody wanted to work there. And it's really weird because I met guys. The side story here. I'm on the list to go, and I'm still working gangs. I mean, it's a week and a half before I'm going to get promoted, so I'm still working gangs. So I'm with another guy. We go upstairs to detectives, this one place out in West LA. And I'm just down there, we're in uniform. I'm in uniform, and my guy's talking to another detective. So one guy's sitting there at that desk, and he goes, hey, how's it going? He goes, hey. He goes, and he goes, hey, you on the list? And I go, yeah, I'm a detective. He goes, oh. He goes, okay, are you on the list? Yeah. He's a detective, or he's in his suit and tie already. He's working at a table. He's working the auto table. He handles auto thefts. Okay. Sit at a desk, pick up stack A, and put it in stack B. That's all you do. You don't solve anything. Other officers in the field make the arrest. You just process the bodies and the paperwork. That's all you do. Okay, I didn't want to do that. So he goes, "What's your number on the list?" And I go, "Oh, I'm like 24, but I'll be making it. I'm like 7 away." He goes, "Oh." He goes, "I'm 10 away." And I go, "Oh." And I'm sitting there waiting for the next thing. He goes, where do you want to go? Because remember now, he'd tell me there's an opening at the auto table. Okay. And he thought I worked that division. Now I'm working gangs. He goes, "Where are you going to go?" I go, "Oh, I'm going to narcotics. They already called me." "Oh, that's great." I go, "Well, where do you want to go?" "Oh, I'm going to go right here at this table." I go, "Are you going to stay in auto table?" Oh yeah. Weekends off, all days off, 9 to 5. I got soccer. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is this job an inconvenience for you? Making this kind of money, getting a pension from the community? And I mean, really, it sounded like he was just here just to mark time and go do his personal. That's fine. But I always told my wife, my family, the police pays my rent. The police gets me credit. I can buy a car. That's this is my job. Okay, anyway. So I go, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, you don't want to do a table? Oh, no. Oh, good. Oh, I was afraid you'd take my spot. Really? I didn't tell him that. I went. So we're walking away, my partner and I, and we're both going to make it. And I go, he looks at me and goes, yeah, last place I want to go. Oh, no way. There's so many jobs that they're out there, but you don't want, it's just some people, alphas don't want those. Really. The alphas go to narcotics. The alphas go to homicide. The alphas not go to a burglary table. Nothing against what they do every day. Somebody's got to do it. But it's just basically paperwork. You're an administrator. You do make no one. I mean, we used to make jokes that the only time you take your gun out is when you go home. Put it on, go home, take it off. Put it on, go to work, take it off, put it in your drawer, and then that's all you do all day. Because there's no enforcement. Put it on when you go to lunch, come back, put it in your drawer, keep on working. That's all they do. Still do it to this day. Somebody has to do it, but not the alphas. Oh no. Okay, so made detective. This is great. I go to an assignment. I'm in there working. I'm so happy I can't describe it. And you see my videos in here. I talk about the things we did. We were out there with the tank one time. Chief Gates rode this tank, knocking walls down and chasing people. And a lieutenant tried to kick the door and he shot himself in the foot. I mean, all these stories. This is alpha line stuff. Okay, this is what I'm made for. This is great. Okay, and I thank my two partners and T for push me to run detective. I probably should have done it sooner, but it was great. So there I am, a detective, and doing all these functions. And now with detective rank versus policeman 3 rank, a detective rank is a first level supervisor. It is a civil service position, which means you cannot go any lower. Remember I told you earlier, if you're a policeman 3 and you come out of a job and you can't find a spot, they'll demote you down to a policeman 2. Now you're working, here I am, I'd be 33, 34 years old, working with 25-year-olds. Okay, and that's not that I mean, it's police work, it's fine, but no, I've done it. I need to move on. So that's what happened. Detective 1 was a first level supervisor. It's a civil service position. So later on, if guys make detective 2 and 3, which I will get into, if you do something stupid or you get reprimanded or you take a day off without pay, the chief can promote you down, but only down to detective 1, back to being just a detective 1. So that's what I did. Okay. Oral exam was good. Everything else was fine. Okay. So I'm doing that, enjoying the heck out of myself, and then I'm there about 3 months, and I had a really good partner, and then T calls. Okay. He goes, hey, there's an opening here for a detective 1. I'm working a squad. We follow people. We arrest big time dope dealers. I'm going to recommend you to come in here if you want to come. Okay. I cannot deny the man that got me down here to say, well, I'm kind of, even though I was very happy where I was at, I loved it. But you know what? Sometimes you have to, little devotion, little loyalty to the guy that pretty much got you here. Pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't have, these guys, I mean, he called me at home and said, you got to promote, stupid. I mean, that's what you got to get over here. He said, you're really smart, you're sharp, you got to do this. Don't, lollygag or just lay there and enjoy yourself, you big fat pig. Get out here and do some work. I said, okay, fine. That's the way he was. Great guy. Oh my gosh. He passed away 300 miles away, and there was 200 guys at his funeral. I've never seen like that before. I go local for a funeral, and there's maybe 30 cops there. Local, within a half an hour driving. Here you have to go all the way across the desert to a river, and 300 guys showed up. That's how much of a guy, that's how much of a good guy he was. Just a beautiful guy, beautiful man. Okay, anyway, so I went. Okay, so now I'm there, and I'm running out of time here, so I'm just going to quickly say I had a good time there. I worked really well, and the next level is going to come. There's some funny stories about that, making Detective 2, which is actually a supervisor, a sergeant ranking, and I'll get to that. Not much to get there, but things to get there was a couple of funny stories to get there that happened to me, and you'll enjoy them. And stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye bye.